Hello, I am Bookface, and I am smiling. What? Can't tell. I'm just a happy guy. Happy Halloween, everyone. It's time to get extra spooky with some ancient Uncanny Valley. And in the spirit of good spooky pacing, let's not waste any time on an overly long intro and just jump right in. Woo! Today, we're discussing an undead vampire called the Kathakano. They hail from the Grecian islands of Crete and Rhodes, and are connected to a much more complicated form of vampire called the Vrykalakas, which, due to said complicated nature, I am not going to get into right now, because I don't want this to be an hour-long video. The Kathakano are sometimes called happy vampires because of their characteristically wide grins and the tendency to randomly start laughing. They're known to trick people into trusting them by posing as happy strangers or drunk people. Bro, what have you been drinking?
Just a couple Bloody Marys.
I don't know about that one. Also, I don't think they had those in ancient Greece. Okay, so I don't know what it was like back in ancient Greece, but me personally, if a stranger, especially a drunk-looking one, started approaching me with a very wide grin and or laughing for no clear reason, I'm pretty sure I'd be in fight or flight mode. And I'm all out of flights. When someone does, for some reason, approach them, however, the Kathakano smile grows larger and larger to massive, sharp white teeth. Man, I'm glad the description specifies that even though they are utterly terrifying creatures, they have remarkable oral hygiene. Still, I really don't like these teeth. Can we get rid of these things? Oh god, that's so much worse. They're known to be incredibly strong and fast and inherently arrogant by nature. Oh dang, is this zombie Bakugo? They attack by spitting acidic blood at victims like a snake, and I'm not really sure if that's supposed to be their own blood or someone else's. Maybe it's bleeding gums from excessive toothbrushing. Did the ancient Greeks have toothbrushes? Blood attack is super effective and causes immediate pain, blindness, burns. My cat is messing with me. Blood attack is super effective and causes immediate pain, blindness, burns, and temporary paralysis. Man, that's quite a few status conditions. Ref, I think this Pokemon's doping. The Kathakano uses this opportunity to attack their victims and drain them of blood. So, as someone who was utterly terrified of vampires as a kid, I can't help but imagine this thing, which does not have the needle fangs of most vampires, and picture what kind of horrific sight it would be to catch one of these things feeding.
You're bleeding because you don't floss.
If they aren't particularly hungry though, they use this opportunity to turn people into vampires. Presumably more Kathakano, but I mean there's a lot of options to choose from.
Here's 10 free rolls of the vampiric gotcha machine.
It does this by spitting regurgitated blood on them, which is presumably different than the paralyzing acidic blood. And for extra gross points, the specification that it says regurgitated blood seems to imply the blood is from a previous victim hacked back up into your face. I need to stop using that sound effect. If you're attacked by a Kathakano, you can scare them off by burning off their flammable nails. Man, good thing I have my tiny flamethrower that is specifically designed to hit just the fingernails instead of, you know, absolutely torching this thing like it's a spider I just saw that turned out to be a clump of dog hair. Uh-oh. Saltwater can be used as a deterrent, and it's believed they can be stopped by trapping them behind saltwater. So just make sure to always have a Houdini-style water tank on you at all times, as you do. During the day, they return to their graves, leaving them vulnerable. From here, they can be killed by boiling their severed head in vinegar. Ah, now that's a nice spooky smiler soup, TM, if I've ever made one.
So no head?
They can also be killed during this time by digging up the body and performing an exorcism. However, if that's all too normal for you, first off, you got a weird definition of normal. But there's also a very specific method of killing a Kathakana that is, I mean, it's complete overkill in the highest degree, but my paranoid self wouldn't be happy till this thing is atomized, so I guess I can't really criticize that much. The process starts by driving thick stakes to the shoulders and thighs to pin the body in place. This is followed by chopping the head off with a blade, quote, washed by rainwater and wrapped in a blouse from a virgin under 15 years old. This is done so the purity can drive off the evil spirit possessing the corpse. There is so much to unpack there, so we're just gonna move on. Next, the creature's severed head should be placed in a pot containing 1/3 vinegar and 2/3 water, specifically from melted snow. Dang, we actually get in the secret formula for spooky smiler soup. TM. After this, the head is left to boil for an hour before being returned to the grave, face down and sprinkled with garlic. If all this is done properly, it cannot rise again. However, if even a single step is done incorrectly, then it might just completely fail. In that situation, the body is dug back up the next day, and both the coffin and the corpse are burned completely to ashes. Then these ashes are poured back into the open grave. That was kind of an underwhelming note to end on. And there we have a creepy smiling vampire to really bring it all together for spooky season. There wasn't quite as much information on this thing as I'd hoped, but I think that just helps add to the weird, unique vibe it has. If you like this video and want to support me to make more weird stuff, I have a Patreon. You can sign up for free to see hobby drawings of mine. $1 will get you access to my weird little extras like this thing, hilariously horrible. It also lets you vote on future videos. And for $5 a month, you can get access to bits and pieces of my drawings that you can combine into horrific monsters like this guy. Guys? What's going on? We feeling camera shy all of a sudden? What do you mean you're scared? What are you scared of? Oh, right. Hey, Limbo. Yeah, so, just $5 a month, you can make something truly unique, like good old Limbo here. With all that done, I'll see you next time. Bye.